All right. Good evening, everyone. We're so excited to be here tonight, and I'm very excited to share some information with you tonight. More importantly, to have Marcella share some information with you tonight. Um, I was so excited the other day when I was talking to her. I think we could have probably spent another couple hours on the phone with her, but I know she's gonna share some stuff tonight, and just understand that when you go to a 2 day event, it's hard to come and share that with somebody and share that experience. A lot of times, I've heard people talk about trying to share what happens at an event is like trying to give somebody a haircut over the phone. You just can't do it. Like, you can summarize it, you can kind of give some high points, but the feeling, the excitement, and the things that you get while you're there, and the relationships, and there's so much to these events. And so I just want to say, let's do our best to get to these events. And that's really how you get into something and you get involved at a deeper level, by getting around the people in the company, and you develop relationships with them. And it's just it it changes things, when you're actually interacting with people and sharing with people. It makes that deeper relationship. And so and they know, when you call or whenever you get in touch with them, they're like, oh yeah, I remember meeting you. And it just deepens that relationship and solidifies us here, right? And so some really great stuff. And I've always the thing that I've always taken away from events was the relationships that I built while I was there. So Marcel, I'm not going to take any more time because I want to give you as much time as we possibly can. So if you could just share some of your experience, and let us know, what we all missed out on. And so I appreciate you being here tonight to do that. So it's your show, and we're just all anxious to hear. So appreciate
Okay.
you.
Okay, perfect. Is shall I include the backstory at all or just strictly stick to the event?
I mean, you can talk, yeah, start wherever you want. This is your story. This is your night. We really want to hear from you, and we want to hear a little bit about the event, and if we have some time, even for you to talk a little bit about the products, and why you're so excited about the new products. But we can kind of fit that in at the end as we have time. So, but yeah, just love to hear your story, and how you got involved and how you got to the event, and what really happened there
Okay, I could
that
do that.
caused you to just light up and catch on fire. So
Okay.
appreciate that.
So thank you, Greg, for just providing this space for us to be able to grow with Avini. So thank you for what you do and hosting that. And for everybody else, my name is Marcella. As you know, I'm a nurse practitioner. I've been a nurse for 25 plus years. Love holistic health, although as a nurse, I'm been trained allopathically, which basically means with Western medicine. So spent 8 years working in the ER, and when people would come in and need like things urgently, I would take care of their urgent situation and then say, "Hey, by the way, you need to change your diet. You need to, start taking apple cider vinegar. You need to do all these things." And so that was really important to me to give people like natural things that they could do that would prevent them from meeting me again at the ER. So, if that just kind of gives you my heart for people. I'm a Christian. I love Jesus. So that kind of just starts my story. I say just never give up on people because I was really, 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 really busy. And fortunately enough, Rhonda, who is my sponsor, kept at me. And what she did was she just kept sending like little tidbits on testimonials over so that I could read them, and I would thumbs them up and I'd be like, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. And that went on for probably at least a month or so. And then this past Wednesday, um, I believe that it was the Holy Spirit that just told me to look at the information. So I took a look at the information, and I was like, wow, these drops are amazing, cellular detox, because all I've heard of detox is from people doing the detox that makes you stay in the bathroom, not necessarily detox that goes to the cellular level. So I was intrigued. So I told Rhonda that I was going to sign up, that I was very interested, that I understood it all, and that I wanted to give her my word because I was really busy, and I was at work that night. And before the end of the night, I told her that I would sign up and order my drops. And so I think it must have been like 10:56 Pacific Standard Time in order for me to keep my word. And then as I was surfing around on the internet, I saw that there was a conference, the National Summit. And I was like, oh my God, I have to be there. I have to learn more. I have to, see what other products, if they're, there, I can get products and, I'll be able to get my stuff even before the shipments comes. So luckily I live in Henderson, which is not too far from where the conference was. So reached back out to Rhonda on Thursday morning and I'm like, can you find out if I can get a ticket? Sometimes people don't go to conferences. Maybe somebody will sell me their ticket. I have to get there. I have to get there. So she got some numbers and everything, and I was able to go to the conference and and be able to get in that day. So once I was there, she'd share with me, "Oh my gosh, you're going to learn about the new product that is released." And so I was really excited. I was like, "Wow, I'm going to be like right on the cutting edge and just learning about this stuff." So I was really excited, just knowing the background of detox and the importance of detox. And so 8:30 in the morning, they talked about this new product, which was Balance. Just as they said, 8:30, they kicked off immediately on time, talking about the product. So what I learned about the product is that, got a little backstory. So be it that I'm in my 50s, I'm 52 years old. I've been suffering with menopausal symptoms, and I'd been praying like, Lord, please, you have to do something for these hot flashes because I just can't take it. These hot flashes I don't know why women have to go through this. So it was my prayer. I was actually praying to develop something myself. I just asked for a supernatural download. Um, and I believe that that's what he gave me with Balance. So the product Balance has something in there called DIM, which I've been researching on my own, which basically there's been clinical studies that say that they help to balance your hormones. Um, there's antioxidants in there. And I was just super excited. I was like, oh my God, finally I got something that may be able to help me. And then I'm happy to report that literally I had started taking the product Balance on Friday morning. I took it Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and I think I had two hot flashes yesterday. So that was super amazing. So yeah, so just all that I learned. I know the chemistry, I know the biology, I know I'm naturopathic, so I know about the different natural ingredients that are in these products. So I was like, it wasn't a hard sell for me. I'm like, I'm going to be able to help so many people. I literally could not sleep with all the energy that I had from the conference, just the learning and the growing. What I can say particularly about the conference itself was um, Rhonda gave me two people to meet. That was Paul and Dave Johnson. And so they're somewhere in our upline, and I'm still learning what that process looks like and who those people are. So I texted Paul and said, "Hey, I'm Marcella. I'm here at the conference. I would love to meet you." I sent the same message to Dave Johnson and said, "Hey, I'm Marcella. I'm here at the conference. I'd like to meet you." And when I texted them, both of them texted me back, "Hey, we'd love to meet you. And where are you?" And I told them where I was. One said he'd be there in 5 minutes, the other said he'd be there in 10 minutes. Paul came first and Dave came second. We all took a picture, but I can say that for if you guys are already in the business, I've only been in for 5 days, but Dave Johnson is like at the top of the food chain. He's like up there, like he's the top distributor. And I mean, this gentleman, he was just so jazzy. He hugged me. He was like, anytime you want to do a three-way call, you got my number. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he wants to help me. So, I mean, that was the first thing that I saw. Um, the talk of love. I mean, Neil talked about love and Rick talked about love and that this is, what this company stands for and that, that's what it's all about, their love for people. And and Neil said something else. He was like, we don't ever have to worry about being screwed. And I mean, and for me, all this stuff just resonated with me because I'm like, these are like real people who really care about people. I'm in the right place. The energy was dynamic. They fed you. So for you guys that will be coming in August, they feed you. So for the conference, you don't have to go anywhere. It allows you to really connect with people because I've been to, conferences before, and then on lunchtime, everybody goes everywhere. So you don't really get to connect with people. You're all in one room and you're all having dinner and breaking bread, like family style. And that was one thing that they really emphasized was family, family, family. And yeah, it was, I can't even, I'm so excited. I'm so excited um, to be able to see everybody hugging each other. Everybody that got an award went across the stage and they were hugged. I think even, I don't know all the titles of the levels, but believe there may have been something like Ruby or Ruby or Sapphire or something, but there were intermittent things. But even the first group that came up, which is, wasn't the highest honor of reward, each of the executive leadership, Neil, Mickey, um, Rick, and there was another gentleman there. I want to say his name is Adam, but don't quote me because they said he was a distributor. He was in leadership and then he went back to distributorship. But these four gentlemen were up there, and every single person that came across the stage to be awarded, they hugged them individually and they all took a picture and they all were in the picture. Thank you, Doug. Doug, thank you, Doug. So he was up on stage and, they took a picture. And I mean, it was just dynamic. I mean, you could just feel the love in the room. I met people in the bathroom. I've connected with a couple people that text me before I even left the conference. Let's connect. In the conference, there was a gentleman who was there who was a guest speaker. For one of the products. I don't remember. It's like a where we get the distributor for the things that go in the products. He was there and he did a PowerPoint presentation. And then even afterward, he was like, here's my number. If you want to know more, want more studies, here, just call me. And I was just like, oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like this. I mean, Neil was accessible. He was walking around the room. Rick was available, walking around the room. Mickey, I mean, it was just really nice to just see, the top leaders there interacting with everybody. It was just great energy. I mean, I like Greg said, it's kind of hard to like sum it up, but I can just leave you with August. I mean, if you've been to other conferences, then chuck all that aside. This is a conference that you need to be at because the people are just dynamic. You'll be able to get products, you'll be able to connect with people, and a lot of people are willing to help. I mean, I had a lot of people just like, reach out to me, reach out to me. I'm not on their team. They don't have any advantages to supporting me, building my business, but they just felt compelled to do that. So far, what I heard is that it's going to be here in Vegas again, August 14 through 16, at the same location, which was Tuscany Suites Hotel. And I mean, I live near. I only had to drive 35 minutes, but even the room prices were very affordable. I think if I remember correctly, when I looked on the website, when I was looking at it, I think it was like $99. And, for the conference ticket, 149, and they feed you. I mean, for a weekend, you get fed and you get fed energy. And the guy MJ, the guy there who was like the motivator, trainer guy, he gave so many gems. And one thing that they did say that has not been happening is apparently there's some training that MJ does. I don't know what part of what entry package you have to be to get into that training, but they Neil revealed that he's going to be doing this training for everybody in the organization once a month. So this is like high level executive training. If you look up this gentleman's name, MJ Durkin, I believe his name is, like he's like the real deal on the internet, like as a motivator and person that's been speaking at conferences for a long, long time. So to be able to be trained by him, that's not going to cost us any extra, you know, investment to be able to get this top level training. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm ready to build with all of you. I'm still learning. I'm 5 days new, but I'm super excited. I know that these products are real. I've looked at all of the products, researched all the products. Some I learned new things about. But zeolite, I didn't know anything about zeolite. Some of the other compounds, there are a few more that I did not have any knowledge of, but just looking at them and researching them, I was like, yeah, this is real good stuff because it's utilized with things that I was familiar with. So, yeah, jump on board. The science is real. The studies are there. If you want to get, the evidence-based practice studies. Oh, what products did I purchase? Oh, this is pretty funny, Willa. So I initially signed up with the 299, which that was what I did on Wednesday night at 10:56 p.m. Hadn't gotten my product, hadn't tried it, so you don't have to have product to tell people about it because there's testimonies and everything that you can share with people. So originally I signed up with the 299 with Rhonda. And I went to the conference at lunchtime. By the time I heard about balance and the new meal replacement, which is phenomenal in itself, I did taste that. Neil has a special recipe that the meal science plus the coffee and the fiber, and it tastes so yummy. Oh my gosh. I got all my supplementation all in one, a meal and supplements all in one. So once I heard about all those things and knew that I needed them and I could stop other supplementations that I was taking that were comparable, if this is not better, I ended up upgrading to the 999 by the time that I left. So yeah, that's it.
I wanted to jump in here and ask a quick question. If anybody has any questions, if you want to throw them in the chat, we'll do our best to get to them. But just while we're waiting for that to happen, I don't want to take a deep dive into any one product, but I just would like for you to kind of summarize how you feel about the product line, given your background, and how you think this product line can help people. Again, not a deep dive, just your overall view of the product line and how impactful you think it'll be for the people that you share it with.
Oh, I'm over the top. I'm over the top. So um, here's what happened. So I've given so I bought the supplement. So I work in pain management as well. So when I saw that they had something there that was non-opioid, non-addictive, non-steroidal, uh, and it was able to solve pain as well as help with inflammation, which are big things. I was like, okay, I got to get this to every person that I know that's dealing with pain. So I bought 3 packets of the the little packets that you can sample.
The sample
You
packs,
can,
yeah.
yeah, because
Travel packs,
they
sample
said it
packs, yeah.
works in 20 minutes, which I haven't found that it eradicates pain, but it dulls the pain. Like as menopausal women, I don't know if anybody else out there is menopausal and has dealt with this, but I was experiencing something called frozen shoulder, which is something that can happen with women who are in a menopausal age. And so I was not able to move my shoulder like around very well. And I haven't used it. I only used it Friday night, Saturday night. I didn't even use it last night because now I have like me personally, this is my testimony that I have range of motion in my arm. The discomfort is still there, but my shoulder moving it was very uncomfortable. Not moving it was very uncomfortable. And so what Rick said, based on the research and the clinical trials that were done, that you need less and less of this gel or roll on. There's the spray. There's all kinds of different modes that you can utilize to take the pain relief, the pain relief plus. But I just used the gel packet, and for myself, I noticed that my pain had minimized just in 2 days, that I had more range of motion in my arm. But how I'm seeing that these products, each one of these products can help people for women and men, and all women are interested in skin, hair, and nails. And the balance, I've been taking a bovine collagen, which is a cow's collagen and a marine collagen. I've been doing those every day, marine in the morning, bovine at night. And now I don't have to spend on two collagens because vegan collagen is in this balance. I'm looking forward to experiencing less hot flashes because I've already had an evidence of that. Me personally, I've was going from probably 15 to 20 hot flashes a day, like burning up, like to the point where I wanted to scream out of my skin, like I'm hot. So, and yesterday I was like checking in with myself. I'm like, huh, did you have a hot flash? And even the two that I had, my experience was they were much more mild. It was kind of like, like a tea kettle. It was like kind of like before it starts to like simmer and like buzz. I was like, I felt like something kind of like simmering, like, but I was like, but that's not the hot flashes that I felt before. So I'm super excited to just see that. Also, the saw palmetto in the balance is something that men can benefit with. A lot of men suffer from something after 50. So after 50 years old, men kind of suffer with something benign, hyperplasia prostate, which is BPH. And that's basically an enlarging of the prostate, which makes it difficult for men to either start their stream of urine or um, have a complete emptying of their bladder without pushing very hard because of the prostate enlargement. So just to know that even men can benefit from this too naturally, um, is exciting. So we'll be able to help men, we'll help men, women. The collagen in there will help you to age backwards. Rick said like Benjamin Button. So we can all be like Benjamin Button aging backwards. So that's super exciting. And for me, it's cost effective because I don't know how much it is. I think it's like maybe 50 or $60. I don't know. But I was buying two collagens for over $100. So just that alone, and then all the other benefits. There's also something that he said in there that he was working on some cancer research back in the day. So he did say that there's something in there that they can legally say that is cancer resistant, makes your cells cancer resistant. So that's legal to say in the world of, not getting in trouble
Yeah,
online. So,
yeah.
so he said that as well. So, If I can get something that can potentially make my cells cancer resistant, that can potentially make me age backwards, 52 and look younger than that, solve my hot flashes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what else do you need? Just the self defender to get all the bad stuff out, all the toxins, all the chemicals. And today, on CNN News, I got a thing across my phone about they believe that, and you guys can look this up, that microplastics could be the cause of Alzheimer's in women or dementia. But I just quickly saw it come across my phone. But this was today's news. So if you guys go and find that article, that can also be something that can support sharing it with your audience because people be like, oh, microplastics, what's that? Or this, that's back and, that's not today's issues. But yeah, it's a real deal today's issue that we are being bombarded with things. I think that, there's even something else coming out and without diverting too much, but I mean, trying to preserve organic foods. I read something about Pilo where they're trying to put this chemical on organic foods that you can't even wash off. So, I mean, everything is going against our bodies. And so, this is something that we can do to protect ourselves because I've been a nurse for more than 25 years. When I started healthcare, it's way different from before. I didn't even hear about Alzheimer's in the way that and dementia, the way it's so many people have it today. I mean, I have my own, reasoning for it, and I won't, say that, but I believe that, there could potentially be some drugs that could, support that. So, I mean, if you can do something naturally, I always say take care of emergencies first, but if you can do preventative for yourself, love yourself enough, care about your family enough to do things to help support them having their best life for how many ever years God has them around. So I think that kind of ends it for me, unless somebody has any questions.
Well, really appreciate the information. I do know that there is a question about whether or not you're stopping your current collagen, and there was a question about nitric oxide as well in the balance.
Nitric oxide. So I don't know about nitric oxide. I'll have to look at it in the balance. But what nitric oxide does is it widens your blood vessels. So it allows blood to flow easier through there. So that's what nitric oxide does. So if that is in there, then that would be for helping with circulation, which is an issue for a lot of people, circulation, because your heart's pumping, you get things in atherosclerosis, you get like little buildup in your vessels over years. Not everybody, but there's a large percent of people that get that buildup, and that's why you have to take statins because you get those deposits in your blood vessels and your cholesterol level is elevated. So nitric oxide just helps your blood to flow easier, smoother.
Well, and we do have the plus cardio. Somebody had mentioned that in the chat as well. So, which is addresses a lot of cardiovascular issues. So, um,
Yeah, and even though we're, I'm a nurse practitioner, but not talking about diagnosing or treating because I would have to know the person's whole history.
right.
But um, what what they said on the other call earlier is that there was like a minimum there you could take all the supplements that they have together, but the only one was to monitor the selenium, and one of them it's like the minimum he said was 200 for selenium and maximum was 900 micrograms, so that's not a lot. So but everything else he said was safe to take together, so just monitoring the other things that you're taking. And then to answer that question, yes, when I run out, because it was very expensive, I spent like $145 for those two collagens. So I will not stop them initially because it's bovine, which comes from another source, which is bovine collagen is more for your joints, but it does help with your skin, hair, and nails. And the reason that I take the marine collagen, because marine collagen, they call that the beauty collagen. So that one particularly is for like your skin, hair, and nails. So I'm just going to take the vegan collagen as well. And when I'm done with um, that product, it should be, I've had it, I won't order it again. So I have, this month's supply. So maybe another 3 weeks I'll do it and then just start taking um, the balance only because I think it'll be sufficient because there's actually two things in there. Regen, um, I'm going off the top of my head. There's regen and Wise. So there's actually two things that help with hair and skin, and the saw palmetto, which is for men and their prostate, actually helps women to keep their hair. So if you have something to help grow your hair and you have something to help keep your hair, then we should all be like, we should do like a measurement and be like, okay, where am I now? Okay, let's see where we are at conference. So thank you, everybody. Were there any more questions, Greg?
uh, it looks like Richard has a question. Um, let me, Richard, do you want to come off mute and ask? Um,
I yes.
there you
Hi.
go. All right.
Hi, Marcella.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for the information. I would love to, if it's possible to have your contact information. I was on the call last week and I will, when I able to talk to you, I can share with you what my lovely wife had been experiencing for the last 4 years.
Okay.
I haven't given up on her. She had a unfortunate stroke in 2020, so I've
Oh,
been her primary caretaker for the last 4 years.
okay.
Um, my wife has been on the cell definer for about 2 weeks now, and her blood pressure has been amazingly low. I mean,
Mm.
normal low, not too low, but normal,
Okay.
not too, not too low. And so I'm excited about that. I also have her on the cardio product, but I definitely want to talk with you. It looks like I'm gonna have my wife on every product they have here because last night my wife pulled the blanket off. It's hot. It's hot. So, so I know she's gonna want that product you just talked about. And listen, I'm sitting there cold.
You're right. Uh-huh. That's the story. Uh-huh.
And I said to her last night, I said, I'm gonna have to find you a product for these hot flashes. I did not
Uh-huh.
know that you was gonna talk about that today.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to.
It's a supernatural download. I've been praying for it, praying like, Lord, please, you have to give me something. And
When
I,
she pulled it off, I said, "Oh, your oven just came on." She said, "Yeah, my oven just came on." So I would definitely. I don't want to hold up the time, but if we could exchange numbers a kind of way, I mean, my wife, we've been married now 38 years. We have done both medical side and natural side.
okay,
Um, I'm
nice.
and my wife and I both were talking with the doctor. We're trying to minimize as much as drug as possible, and we look natural first before we have to go that route. And
Absolutely.
and and the reason why it's not that I have anything against medical is that my wife is in this condition she's in due to allergic reaction to a medication.
Oh, my
So
word.
we're trying to minimize as much medication as possible. Um,
Yes.
I'm in the process of actually leaving my job because I have to care for her so I can cook healthier, more food, and doing the things that I can take care of her while she's going through therapy and different things. So, but I'm very, very happy about her blood pressure. Me and Greg has talked
Yes.
quite a bit, and it's an amazing story about her blood pressure. The doctor doesn't believe it's cell defined, but I know it is.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, this
And I
is,
will share
and
that story with you.
okay, I'd love to
So,
hear that.
but
Yeah.
I definitely want to
If
talk
you
with
can just
you.
send me a
And
message on the chat, and then I'll screenshot your number and text you.
okay, awesome. Thank you so much for for sharing. I appreciate it.
Okay, my pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Mhm.
Well, and we're going to go ahead and wrap up this evening, but I really appreciate, and I know everybody on the call tonight appreciates you coming and sharing, Marcella, and you shared some really great nuggets. But one of the key things I just wanted to point out, we have a company here with servant leaders at the corporate offices, in the field.
Yes.
Um, and it's just a different experience for most people. Most people aren't used to that. And so don't be afraid to reach out. We can reach out to anybody in the company. We've even had some people on our Zooms with Doug being on our Zooms and stuff like that. And it was, you ask and it's just like, yeah, when do you need me? And that is something that um, you don't find very often. And the other thing that I love about what we do is we didn't get on here tonight, and we don't get on here and talk about, oh, let's see how much money we can make you today, because we all know that if we help enough people, that's going to take care of itself. And so we have servant leaders with the right focus, and we have a product that we can get people's attention with emotionally by sharing some of these great testimonials that we share. And then we have a product that actually can back those testimonials up. And so I tell people all the time, that's not a home run, that's a grand slam. All we have to do is step up and swing the bat. So
Right.
I want to encourage you, if you're new here tonight, please get back to the person that shared this information with you. Let them know, hey, I'm ready to go. Let's get going. Let me get an activation kit. Let's figure out which one works for you. And we don't push any certain packs. We talk to you, we share with you what products we have, and you tell us what pack works for you. There's no pressure to get certain ones or any of that kind of stuff. And if you're here tonight and you're not sure, but you want to try a product, well, we love our customers too. So get some product, try it, see how that works for you. And if you're not ready to do either and you just want more information, we're here to help you explore and see what works for you. I implore people to do the research. Don't just turn it off. Actually dig in and see what's here. See for yourself, because these products will change your life, and they will change other people's lives that you know. So please get back to the person that shared this with you and let us know how we can help you. Everybody, have a great night tonight. We'll be back here Thursday night and sharing some more information with you. Appreciate all your time here, and you take
Thanks,
care.
everybody.
Let
Good
us know if we can
night.
help you. Have a good night.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, everybody.